welcome. My name is Lexi Jong, and here I like to talk about luxury makeup. Today we're going to do a quick get ready with me featuring the SUQQU 03 quad. This is one of the newest ones. We're going to talk about the SUQQU pre-summer collection and how you can pre-order that. And then we are also going to be trying some other new makeup like the Hourglass cream blushes and so forth. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so I'm gonna start off with the Dior Forever Skin Veil Primer. I'm gonna put that on, and I'm actually gonna keep things kind of light today, I think. And I'm also gonna add the Viseart Eye Primer. So I'm just taking a little dab for both eyes. Next, I'm going to take the Merit complexion stick, and this is the shade Silk. So I'm going to start with a little bit here for concealer. So I've been using this a ton. I know I've shown this in a lot of videos, so I'm not going to focus too much on this right now, but I really like this particular product. I like rubbing it in with my fingers. So I'm just taking whatever's left of my fingers for my nose. I don't really add a lot of base products to my nose just because, you know, that's the area that kind of wears off the most. And if I blow my nose, it comes off anyway. So I just, you know, try not to. It's allergy season here. So, you know, every time I go outside, I'm having a reaction right now. So I think that's good for coverage. I want to keep things pretty light today. So after this, we're actually going to go in with the SUQQU Glow Powder Foundation. So I don't have the case for this, and I absolutely love this powder. The color is just a little bit too dark for me, so I'm actually going to just use this kind of more as a setting powder, but the finish on this is amazing. Be sure if you're interested in a powder foundation that you check out my video on this. It's fantastic. So I'm going to take the Rephr P22 because I'm just going to get like a little bit of this here. And if you are interested in SUQQU and you haven't really tried it, and you don't really know where to start, SUQQU at Selfridges, because that's kind of like their primary place of purchase. They always have all the exclusives and so forth. SUQQU is going to be doing consultations online from now on to kind of help open up the brand and, you know, make it more accessible to people in the US and other places who don't have access to a counter. So if you're interested, I will leave the link to schedule a consultation down below. It's a permanent service, but if you schedule a consultation for Friday, April 16th, you have access to swatching the new pre-summer collection. I'm not sure, you probably have access to that also after the 16th up until the launch, the 22nd, so forth as well. But you can like kind of pre-order or reserve some items that way. If you already know what you want and you want to reserve something, you can actually do that via email with SUQQU. So I will leave the email address for that down below. So that's one option to pre-ordering the SUQQU pre-summer collection if you want to reserve things. Now, something to note is that if you have Selfridges Global Shipping, which is the $55 shipping option where you get free shipping for a year for every purchase online, it looks like it's probably not going to apply anymore. I haven't been able to get that confirmed yet, but because of Brexit, it looks like if you are reserving something in store, then you will have to pay shipping, which is approximately $30. I forget exactly. I think it's like 25 euros or something like that. So somewhere around there. So if you do want to reserve something, just note there will be an extra shipping fee most likely. And if you're in a country where Selfridges is not shipping, Tavia from Chic Profile Official has opened up her personal shopping services. So that's also another option. They are also going to be releasing everything except the pink eyeshadow quad in at the other retailers. So only the pink eyeshadow quad is exclusive to Selfridges. So everything else you'll be able to pick up from Harrods, Cult Beauty, or any other SUQQU retailers. Sorry, I know I'm kind of going a little bit fast with the talking right now, but You know, I just have a little bit of time here. So I just wanted to be able to share these items with you guys today. This is the new Hourglass Cream Blush. So this is the shade Devoted. And let me show you, I also picked up Sacred. There we go. So you can see Sacred is definitely much more pink. And let's see how these blend out a bit. So there they are, kind of buffed. You can see that Devoted is going to be very light. Sacred is going to be more vibrant. So I am going to do a wear test with these today. We are going to start with the Sacred, so that way it's very easy to see. Now, one thing to note, this, you know, triangular packaging, I don't really like it. So you can kind of turn past it. So if you're like not paying attention, just turning to get it to go down, it goes past it. So obviously you have to just make sure that you turn it right to that. So I think the triangle shape is personally a little gimmicky. I'm happy that it doesn't roll, but I don't really like it. So I have already tried these on just to kind of see how they blended out and so forth. And you know, can kind of dab here on the cheeks, but again, I'm not super thrilled with the triangle shape. So we'll do that to one side, and the other side, I'll apply it slightly differently. All right, so here is Sacred. And this is the Sonicji mini base brush from the Kiyaki set. Let's see if this is buff. It's not dense enough. So let's use fingers here. So when you swatch this on your hand, you can feel silicones in it, but on your face, like I can feel it in the finish a little bit. It's not heavy in silicones, but it doesn't, you know, it is like a stiffer formula still for blending out. Which personally I like, you know, it doesn't have like an oily, greasy feel to it or anything. It feels like it'll probably stay pretty much where you put it. All right, so here's the first side. I actually thought that I could get a brush to do that, so we're actually going to try it again, but with something a little bit different. So this is the Surat foundation brush, which is more of a stippling brush. You can see that it has, you know, different lengths of hairs at the tip. And I love the way it performs, but it is a little bit scratchy on the face, but I have to say that for something like this, or, you know, stippling on a foundation, it performs really well. Actually, I like the brush side, I think, a little bit better than the finger side. All right, so let me know what you guys think of the cream blush. I'll add just a little bit more. This time I'm gonna go in with it on the brush. Ooh, definitely vibrant there. Let me blend that out in a second. Just wiping my brush off on my cloth a little bit before buffing that in. All right, so we should definitely be able to keep an eye on this blush and see whether it fades or moves during the day, because I definitely have plenty of blush on my face. And I'm just gonna kind of transition that up a little bit just so it doesn't look so stark. A little bit towards the eyes. All right, so that's the blush. And let's move on to the SUQQU 03. And I do have an additional eye look to show you with this that I've already done, but I thought, you know, this would be a great time to use it. And I have to say, I am really, really loving this one. So let me just show you the swatches here of this. So these are the swatches of 03. You've got this like shimmery topper shade. This one here is kind of a warm golden beige, and that's going to be like a soft matte. And then we have this deeper, more of a bronzy gold, and you can see that's got some shimmer, and then more of a chocolate brown matte. And, you know, basic colors, but I really do like this quad a lot. So I'm actually going to start off with the Refer 27 brush into the chocolate brown. Just going to get a little bit of this on my brush, and I just dabbed it on my cloth so I don't have too much. And just going to put this in the crease. and just slowly moving it up a little bit. Next, I'm going to take the Sonia G Worker 3 and I'm going to go into this kind of beigey matte shade. I'm going to put this all over the mobile lid. So I wiped off the brush. I'm just going to take a tip of it into the sparkly shade, and I'm just going to dab this in the inner corner a little bit. So there's just the tiniest bit of sparkle, but it's not really adding like a ton of like brightness. So I could go in with the, more gold shade and so forth, but I actually wanted to keep this more of a matte look, and I'm actually happy with it just like this. So I'm going to use the brown as a liner. So I'm taking the Sonia G Flat Definer, and I'm just going to go into the chocolate brown. Just going to put this along the lash line. Okay, and then without wiping off the brush, I'm going to go into that beige shade and just add that to the lower lash line. So I just wanted something, really soft and easy today. All right, so those are the eyes up close. We've got the blush up close. You can see that it has calmed down now after, I've stopped kind of touching it and so forth. My face does get more red upon touch. So I'm going to back you out a little bit and I'm going to finish up. I'm going to add some mascara off camera and brow gel. I'll see you in a second. So this is the eye look from a distance. We're just gonna finish off. I'm gonna use the Sisley lip liner. This is the newest shade. This is number 11, Sweet Coral. They have another coral that is more brown. You can see one side comes with a lip brush and one side comes here. So, these are really expensive. Definitely get them on sale, but they are fantastic lip liners. So I'm gonna use this and then just top it with a little gloss today. So here's the lip pencil kind of done just lightly. And now I'm going to just take my finger and kind of smudge the edges a little bit so it's not harsh. Not trying to smudge it on my skin, but just kind of, make sure there are no, I don't want it to be a stark look today. So just coming in close so you can see the color a bit better, but you can see that it's really more of a pink with a touch of coral. And then I'm going to take, this is one of the Tower 28 glosses. This is the shade Fire. So I picked up that holiday pack back at the holidays that had the 4 mini glosses. So just haven't gotten around to trying them really. So the gloss is comfortable. It's not sticky, definitely has some lip oils in it, but it's not a super oily feeling gloss or texture. And I think adding the orange color on here just makes it slightly more coral. I think overall, I'm very happy with the look. I really love this SUQQU eyeshadow quad. It's definitely going to be one of my favorite ones. I know it's kind of like basic color story, but it's one that you can reach for and use every day. So if you're interested in getting some neutrals that are, a little bit on the warmer side, but they are great for every day and they have a fantastic formula. This is definitely a quad to look at. So, all right, so I'm gonna share the additional eye look with this quad with you right now. All right, and we are using SUQQU 03 palette. And I'm going to take the Sonia G Crease 2 into this second shade here. I have the Viseart primer on my eyes. Next, I'm taking Sonia G Soft Shader into the dark brown. And I went to the halfway point, and then what's left on the brush I'm using for the inner half here. I'm just going to take that crease too and blend these together a little bit. Wiped off the Sonia G Soft Shader, and I'm going into the white shade. It's actually more of a pale gold, like a champagne-y gold. So I just took the Smith 302 brush. You can see that it is an angled brush here, and I dipped into this shade for the lower lash line. All right, so this is the final eye look from up close. I added the Chanel Liné in Bronze Doré, and then the Sisley So Stretch Mascara in Deep Brown. And I'll show you a distant shot after I finish my makeup. And this is the final look from a distance. So I added the Coconut Moisture Foundation in 012 on top of the Sisley Blur Expert and the Chantecaille Perfect Blur. I have the Sisley Rosewood blush on with the Pat McGrath highlighter that came out from the holidays, one that really heavy gold packaging. And then on the lips, I have Pat McGrath Divine Lip Shine in Bella Moore. And that's everything that, oh, I forgot. I have the Chanel Healthy Beige, or Lay Beige Healthy Glow powder, the sheer powder in N50 for bronzer today. That's everything. And I have actually already done a video with color comparisons to this, so I'll leave that linked down below in the description box. So if you want to see any comparisons of that, definitely check that out. I was pretty comprehensive, I think. So if there's anything that I missed and you're curious about a color comparison, just please let me know down below in the comments or DM me on Instagram. I'm at Alexis Jong. And again, as for the SUQQU pre-summer collection, if you're interested in pre-ordering that, be sure to, email them to reserve your items, or, try to do one of the consultations if you're interested in SUQQU in general. By the way, I did ask, they are not currently making any new shades in the glow powder that I used today, but they are making new shades in the cream foundation, which, it's amazing. It's really an amazing foundation. So I can't wait to try it because I have it and love it and I'll still use it, but it's just not the right color for me. So I'm really hoping that there will be a new shade that will work better for me. So if you're interested in SUQQU, definitely set up a consultation sometime so they can kind of help you with color matching and swatching and things like that as well. And again, all information for the pre-summer collection will be located down below in the description box. I am reserving the entire collection, so I'll definitely have a video up with all of those items. And I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me. The SUQQU 03 Quad is fantastic. I think the Hourglass blushes, they seem like a nice product. I will definitely let you guys know what I think. I'll have a review up on those shortly, but I'll be doing a wear test with this application today. So that's everything. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you very soon. Have a great day and stay safe and healthy.